I got autism.
And you've really broken.
I think your friend is having a bit too much of them Sour Patch Kids, but I gave him.
I don't know this guy. I don't know him. I'm not affiliated with this guy. If you don't know what this game is, which I don't know why you wouldn't know what this game is, it's kind of in the title. This is a game called Rec Room, and even though it doesn't get a lot of recognition, in the gaming community, for those who do know it, you either think it's an absolute tragedy of a game, or you can be like me, who thinks it might possibly be the greatest VR game of all time.
Every time I say to myself, get diabetes for my kite. I swing my kite in the air like a like I do my pipe. Don't pipe.
What is this song about?
Yeah.
Screwball, what the fuck is this? So I did say that not many people know what Rec Room is, so I should probably explain what Rec Room is to anyone who doesn't know. Rec Room, it's basically Roblox if it meant VR chat and the developers actually gave a shit about the game. It's a game where you visit different types of rooms and meet new players that bring along different personalities in every session you play. It's pretty fucking entertaining, you meet some pretty unique individuals, to say it nicely. Unlike Roblox and VR chat, it's not just limited to maybe one or two different types of platforms. Rec Room is actually on both PlayStation, iOS, PC, and it also has just recently come to Xbox, and they did a little promotional deal with that where you can get like a Master Chief helmet. So the developers, they still update the game pretty regularly, which is always good for players who want to, play the game. The game is actually also free, which is quite surprising for VR games nowadays, because most of them, really want to rinse your wallet dry. And now I know the more I talk about Rec Room, it actually starts to sound a bit like a sponsorship, like I'm doing some fucking sort of Raid Shadow Legends type of ad, but I'm not. No one would sponsor me because I'm like not even a big channel. It just wouldn't be. I don't know where I'm going with it. But I mean, yeah, that's basically all you really need to know about what Rec Room is. You have to kind of play it to really know what it is, but I'll go into a few more little things about what Rec Room offers, and not just leave you with it's a VR game. Oh yeah, by the way, the game isn't actually just VR. You can play it in like desktop mode. I guess I don't know what you'd call it on PlayStation, like screen mode. I don't really know. I didn't really look into this actually when I made this, but yeah, you don't have to play it in VR. So everyone can join in on the fun if you really want it. But yeah, let's move on to the next section of this, which is what Rec Room actually offers to players if they play their game.
Alcohol. I piss out my mouth and then fucking vodka.
So I'll be honest, I don't really know what this clip has to do with anything I'm about to talk about. Honestly, I just took a bunch of 15-second videos of random shit people were saying in Rec Room, and just kind of kept them to make into this. So if any of them just don't make sense, don't think too hard about it. So yeah, about Rec Room, it is about the community games. That's like the main thing that people will come here for, but Rec Room does actually offer original games that they made themselves, such as paintball, laser tag, and some of my personal favorites are these quest modes that you can go on. The reason I mainly like the quest modes is because it makes you feel like one of those epic anime characters, just running around one-shot everything with a sword. I know games like Beat Saber and Souls like Gargantua can offer the same experience, but I always end up coming back to Rec Room, because sometimes you just want to use a sword and a bow in like Golden Trophy or Crimson Cauldron and some other quest modes. But sometimes you just want to shoot some laser robot things in Rise of Jumbotron. Maybe even become a pirate and spar with some undead skeletons in Isles of the Lost Skull. And sometimes I like to come and play a game called Crescendo and use a whip like I'm experiencing the 1600s slavery. Okay, maybe we shouldn't keep that joke in. Yikes! I'm about to get cancelled on like the first video back. Honestly, it is another funny clip I took. Let's let's just not talk about. That's funny clip.
It's when the Vietnam War and Hiroshima started.
What the fuck?
What the fuck do you know that? I was talking about some Minecraft physics.
Oh,
On a piece of Vietnam War and Rec Room.
yeah, me too, man.
Common.
Oh, it's an actual thing?
Yeah, it's an actual map.
So yeah, I was honestly just as confused when that kid said he wanted to play Vietnam War and Rec Room. But he wasn't lying. Vietnam Vietnam War roleplay does actually exist in Rec Room, which it's fucking wacky. But this leads me on to my next point about the community rooms in Rec Room. So as I said, although the Rec Room has its own original games, some of my favourite games to play on Rec Room and the things that continue to bring me back is actually the community games. Like, let's be real, there's only a certain amount of times that you can play the quest mode or you can play paintball and laser tag before it just gets repetitive and boring. So luckily there's games like Rex Got Talent, Survivor Plane Crash, Sword Summit, and you know, one of the greatest horror games of all time on Untitled Chapter 1 to 4. And so many more games like this have brought me so much fun and enjoyment out of VR. I mean, they're a lot better than VR chat in my opinion because the rooms are just, I guess you can interact with the rooms more. There's something about it that just makes it better to me. These rooms also just bring around their own social aspect, which to me is just incredible. I mean, sadly, about 70% of the game is probably just kids screaming like there's no fucking tomorrow.
I'm gonna kill you! Die! 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 Die!
Yeah, that's right.
Die! 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 Die!
And you know, 29% is probably trying to be some style of edgy, deep, dark anime character, you know, which is really fucking cringy. And there's 1% is like me and maybe like 4 other people. But you know what? 100% of the time though, it's always just a fun time. Like, let's be real. Like, you can't have a bad time in Rec Room if you play it, especially when you're talking to people. It's one of those games that it's not taken seriously like VR chat when it comes to talking to other people, but it's also not like really fucking goofy and impossible to even have like a coherent sentence with someone like fucking Roblox, you know? Like, for me, socializing to new people isn't something that I particularly enjoy. It's not something I would go out of my way to do in like IRL. But when it comes to Rec Room, honestly, the community is so fucking welcoming and that it's just easy to, you know, enjoy meeting new people and just having a good fucking time. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that Rec Room is going to fix your fear of sexual predators or anything like that, but no, you don't. You fucking heard me. Yeah, you know, we'll get onto that now.
Okay, I'll give you some more Sour Patch, fucking whatever, if you give me something.
How about you suck my Malteser?
I should actually probably just make clear real quick. This next section isn't referring to this fucking guy at all. He was clearly on some fucking wacky shit. I don't know what he's on. Apparently he's on the Sour Patch Kids, but this whole next section, he wasn't about him. That little joke he made, it was clearly a joke. So I just want to clear that up. I just kind of realized it makes him sound really fucking bad, but it was just a funny fucking clip, to be honest. So yeah, one of the things that really bugs me about Rec Room is that it kind of advertises itself as a child-friendly game, which, to be fair to it, it is true. The game does give people under the age of 13 an option to choose a junior account. However, let's be real, it's 2020 and no kid who's been playing Fortnite recently is going to go into Rec Room under a junior account. It just isn't going to happen. Now this has kind of led to a lot of, let's say, dodgy looking blokes going into Rec Room for some, you know, pretty fucking illegal things. And I don't think I need to explain why this is bad for a game which is smothered with children like it's a fucking bukkake on Pornhub. Like, this isn't even just like a speculation either, because it's been something that, obviously speaking to people in Rec Room, I've seen firsthand, and luckily, one, people ain't retarded, which is quite surprising for kids, and secondly, the community is there to back up the people who are getting victimized by this, and also just banish the fuckers who are doing it into the shadow realm. Like, these guys are actual superheroes in VR, like, it's actually nuts. You know, all I can really say is that I hope that the number of victims to these fucking creeps is low, and that the mini lads doing this just get what they deserve. If you do decide to play the game from, you know, watching my shitty review, which is like, I don't know, like 1,000 words long or something like that, just if you see it, report it, and just if whatever you do whatever you can to stop it. You know, be the fucking Spider-Man Miles Morales of Rec Room. I don't fucking know. So honestly, for my final conclusion on Rec Room, I'm gonna have to say right now that it's a good game. you know, it's in the title. Like I think this review was pretty obvious, or my conclusion was pretty obvious at least. I'd probably give this game maybe like a solid 9.8 out of 10. The reason I'm not giving it a 10 is because there's those sad nonces that just, you know, probably still sucking on the mom's tits for fucking comfort or anything like that. And it's just that, it just kind of ruins the fun in the game when you see that, and, you know. But other than that, you know, the games are pretty fun, the community is welcoming most of the time, and overall it's a pretty fun experience. To me, it's probably the S tier of S tiers, you know, like double S tier. And if you haven't tried out Rec Room, go check it out. I mean, it's free and it's on a ton of different platforms, so, you know, it's not like you're limited on options on where to play the game at. And you know what, honestly, if you see me on there, my username is just Renzaru like it normally is, you know, on like everything else, you know, my Twitter and stuff like that. And if you see me, just come say fucking hi and tell me like a funny joke or something, I don't know. But yeah guys, that's gonna be this on I guess this different type of video I'm doing. It's more like a review on what Rec Room is, which is, you know, I've never done that. And obviously I've been away for like 2 months or something like that. It's been pretty wacky, and I'm just gonna coming back with this video. I'm gonna be probably doing more videos like this in the future for a bunch of different things. I'm not just gonna limit it to gaming or anything like that. And yeah, honestly, subscribe to the channel if you guys want to see content like this. Hit the like button, I guess, if you do like it. And also follow me on Twitter, it's just @Renzaru, and also follow me on Twitch. I think it's like Renzaru YT because some fucker took Renzaru. But yeah, you know, go follow me on those. I might stream at some point, and yeah, I'd love to see you around there. So other than that, that's about it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.